New. Netflix has announced a new series following the 2024 SEC college football season. It's scheduled to release summer of 2025. It is called Drive to Survive. Lane Kiffin is on the helm of this, but Ole Miss, BB, you said Ole Miss literally opted out of this entire show, right?
Yeah, Ole Miss, Texas, Georgia, Bama, Oklahoma. Those 5 schools declined to be on this show, which those would have been Texas, Ole Miss, Bama, and Georgia. Like, get me in those locker rooms.
Please.
That's what I want to see.
Please give me some of that. Like, those are the marquee squads in the SEC. Like, so we're looking at Texas A&M, Florida, South Carolina would be dope. Beamer Ball would be awesome. They had a pretty solid ending to the year. So what was the ticket to early, failures, aka lessons, to late season success, but barely missing the college football playoff? That one would be cool. Who else are we looking at, BB?
If they're in the locker room for that Vandy win over Bama, that's going to be a pretty cool shot. Not gonna lie.
That would be
I bet you that place was jumping.
Yes. What were some of the best games from the S? That place was definitely rocking.
I'm really excited to see if they got to film like South Carolina locker room and stuff after the Clemson win. That'd be a cool game.
Or the Missouri win when they literally had the walk off.
Yep.
That would be legendary. I'm trying to think of other SEC bangers from this season. That's the thing.
They're going to be in the Tennessee. Did not opt out. They're going to be in the Tennessee locker room.
Ooh, a team that made the college football playoff. Let's go. Yep. And they beat Alabama at home, right?
Yep.
That'll be a good one. Okay. So yeah, that's the thing about Alabama, Georgia. We're going to get a taste of Alabama, Georgia, Texas. We're going to get a taste of all these teams to some extent, especially when they lose. So, I mean, I'm sure we'll still get some stuff, probably just not in-depth locker room, but I'm excited to watch this. College football, we've talked about it time and time again on this show, BB. College football has carried this year. College football was absolutely epic this season.
I mean, like, it couldn't have been a better year for it to be like that. 12-team playoff, we already knew new teams were going to be in there, not just your Bamas, your Georgias. Ooh, Nate's in the chat. He says, Friday, it's lit.
Let's go.
But he's still pumped for that game. But it's just it's like things like this coming out. We have 12 teams in the playoff. If you would have told me Boise State, Arizona State are going to have first round buys in the playoff at the beginning of the year, I would have said you're crazy. Indiana was picked to finish last in the Big Ten. They lose one game and now they're in the playoff. Like this college football season has been wicked, unpredictable. It's been nuts, and things like this coming out, like college football's only getting. Some people are saying it's getting worse and worse. My opinion, my team's got Bill Belichick. I think college football is getting better and better.
Oh my God, yeah, it's making a huge comeback. Nate, just so you know, I don't know if you've been in the live this whole time. Thanks for coming to hang out with us. Thanks for the likes on the thing, Big Nate. It is lit Friday. College football playoff this weekend is going to be epic, and I'm excited to get into that. BB just kind of broke down why this season has been so great, and I couldn't agree more. But Nate, if you happen to like NFL, let your friends know. Hopefully you already follow.
He just shared the live. I think Nate is a follower. He shared the live. Tell your boys to hop in here and follow Nate. Free chance.
I'm telling you, at 1,000 followers here on TikTok, 1,000 subscribers or 1,000 followers on Instagram, whichever one comes first, we are doing a wild card ticket giveaway to one lucky winner. It could be you, Nate, but it could be one of your boys. You could take one of your boys to a wild card game of your choice. Once we get to 1,000 followers, it just has to be before the wild card weekend. So we're excited to announce that today, and I'm glad that you are in here to come hang out.
It says Nate shared the live with more than 10 friends. So he sent it to everybody. Appreciate it, Nate.
You're a big dog, Nate. You're a big dog, baby. That's a
MVP. MVP. Now, I'm pumped for this show. I think it's going to be like Hard Knock style. So, like, we go from team to team to team to team in the episodes, and the little locker room cams, the meeting room cams up in the top. Like, that stuff gets me fired up. The thoughts on the behind the scenes in these locker rooms, like that's what I love about sports is just knowing stuff like that.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Like that is like a big reason as to why there's so much to celebrate about sports because yeah, we see the product on the field, but there are so many people that like go into the success of a team. And I think that the fact that we get behind college football finally because of NIL and everything, like there's been a lot of people talking bad about NIL, and I get it. The amount of money that's just kind of like, yeah, I'm going to transfer. Yeah, I'm going to transfer again. I'm going to transfer again. I get that kind of stuff with the NIL, but now we get to have stuff like Drive to Survive by Netflix, and these players can get paid to do that. That, I believe, is what the entire point behind NIL really is. And let's see. Nate says, thoughts on Pat McAfee changing college game day. Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, Nate. Pat has been one of my biggest he's been one of my biggest inspirations for doing this. He is like me personally. I'll let BB speak for himself, but me personally, the reason why this show started is seeing guys like Pat McAfee on College Game Day, seeing guys like Pat McAfee and their show, and the guys all getting to be in the studio hanging out. That's the kind of stuff that we are really trying to get after with this show. Like, I'm gonna be honest, he is freaking awesome on College Game Day. He saved College Game Day, and man, Pat McAfee is an absolute beast, as he says. BB, how do you feel about Pat McAfee and his energy on College Game Day?
Yeah, I think me and you share a lot of the same opinions on him. Like the way he's kind of changed the way people talk about sports in a more fun and enjoyable and everybody just being together way, like just having fun doing it. That's something obviously that me and you've talked about trying to aspire to do with our show, is just having all the boys having a studio one day and just all being able to be together, talk sports like that. That's the dream job, obviously. But in terms of game day, yeah, like I feel like it used to be like just so uniform, so professional. Everybody's in their suit and tie. And they're strictly talking ball. And like the field goal kicks for thousands of dollars, the energy that McAfee brings every week, it's unmatched. That's why you keep tuning in every week, is to see the crazy things that this guy does and says. And I mean, nobody gets the crowd more fired up than who's that coming down the track? Like dude, they eat that up. They love it. And
they do.
It's exciting. It's exciting every time.
Oh my God. It's like, the thing is, it's coming, but it doesn't matter because the crowd reaction is lit every single time. It makes me wish I was there in a bad way. I was thinking about the field goal thing that you were talking about. How dope would it be if like you married what Destroying does, you marry what Pat McAfee does, you choose two random people and they have like a one-on-one wide receiver versus DB. Winner gets 5K or something.
You go and moss a guy on his head.
That would be, dude. That would be so lit. On College Game Day in front of everybody. One guy just.
Hey, we might need to pitch that idea. That would honestly be sick. 1-on-1.
Yeah,
just pick out two random students. The guy that gets moss, man, that guy. He would be demoralized. But the guy that caught it for 500 G's, he's like, let's go.
He's a legend. He's literally the big man on campus until game time. He can probably go back to the dorm, hang out for a little bit, and have a good time. But yeah, Nate said, "LMAO for real. I don't know how someone misses $1 million. How someone misses $1 million field goal. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Somehow, some way, the ball is going through the uprights. It has to.
Didn't the guy last game day? Didn't he drill one for a ridiculous amount of money? I'm pretty sure he did.
I think I'm not sure.
No, I'm pretty sure it was like the biggest pot of the season. Cash.
Like that's crazy. Imagine that feeling of like Pat McAfee signing a check, a big fat check, and it says $500,000 in your name. $500K,
dude.
This show would be booming after that, BB.
I know I've texted you before. Like, am I crazy to think that I would step out there and drill it? I don't know. Like, some of these kicks these guys shanked them bad. Like,
yeah,
I know you're not. I know, like, I don't know a ton about kicking. I know you're not supposed to toe ball it, and I feel like that's what majority of people that call out there do, is they just try to kick it with the front of their toe. And now the last guy that made it legitimately looked like a legit kicker, and he drilled it. And I'm pretty sure it was for like him Yeah, $500K. It was split. It was like him and a girl were up there, and if he made it, they split it. So the girl didn't even have to do anything, and she got breaded.
Let's go. That's gotta love being
He put on for the boys. He put on.
Yeah, he did. He did. But yeah, I mean, college football, BB, it's carried this year, and it's going to continue. I bet you, I can just about guarantee you that this series is as good, if not better, than Hard Knocks this year, especially with the Bears version. You're going to get we're getting the insight to the very first season of the 12-team playoff. We're getting first class footage at a freshman who's 18 years old, who's just now getting paid, millions of dollars in some cases. How is he carrying himself versus, how a guy who's been getting money for a little bit of time now, number 1 overall pick? Like, it's just like, yeah, it's the same sport. Yeah, it's still football, but the storyline is completely different. I bet we see a little bit more drama in this show, because like you think about it, 18, like I don't know how behind the scenes they're going to get, but you think about a 17, 18-year-old making millions of dollars, like I guarantee you there's something, he's doing something stupid with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so, I agree with you. I agree with you. I'm excited to see, dude. If it's like behind the scenes like that, like they're going in the dorm room with the cameras too, letting them hang out with them, go to the frat parties behind the scenes, that would be crazy.